Right, and now that brings us to the live demonstration, and I'm gonna show you how this software gonna work. So what we see here is an aneurysm case. I've already started the pre-segmentation. So the pre-segmentation means that a snake model slice by slice segments your lumen, and then if this is done, you end up already with a smooth and very accurate luminal representation. In the next step, this representation can be refined simply by using this balloon model, which is not limited to a slice information, but it also considers the whole three-dimensional information. Now you see, in this case, the analysis the result didn't change a lot. We can then also go through our case and see what this segmentation actually provided. So what you see here is, this is what the automatic algorithm provides. If you're not fine with that, of course you can manually change that. But I think you will agree that there is no real reason to do that in this case. Now comes the more tricky part, to segment the outer surface of our aneurysm here, and you see that we have a lot of tissues around with the same gray value, and that makes it of course much more difficult. What the software is doing is, I just click the next button, which then introduces a blue balloon. What you see here is this blue balloon inflates and tries to capture the exterior surface. Of course, in this case, the automatic algorithm will not be able to very nicely capture that, simply because there is too much artifacts in this image. So what the user is doing, you just stop. If you see, well, we are fairly close there, and then we start with the manual interaction. So what you do is you just go to those slices that represent a significant mismatch, like this one here, and then you introduce something which we call a control polygon, where you with a few points define where you actually as a user wants to have the exterior surface. Important is now that you only have to put a few points there, and you don't of course have to do that on all the slices. You just go through those slices which show the largest mismatch. So let's say, I don't know, up down there, doesn't look too bad. Yeah. Let's say here we also want to introduce some boundary, and you don't have to do it all around the circumference. Let's say in this small piece here. If you then close it, and then the software gonna ask you wanna reinforce the segmentation with your manual information, you say yes, and then you see the segmentation goes to this line where you actually see it. That you do by, let's say, running through the case 2 or 3 times, depending how complicated the case is. Let's say up there we also see that the balloon overshoots a bit. That means it segments more than it's actually supposed to do. Put a few points there, close it, say yes. So you can put as many control polygons as you want, and then in one final step you improve your segmentation. Right, now let's say we are fine now with the segmentation. So what